I had a video request to do the trigger group components of the CF98. So since I have to clean the gun anyway, I figured I'd do a video on it, and I'll go over the components once I get it taken down, and if I run into any problems taking it down, I'll make sure to mention it in the video. So I'll just get started. So I removed all of the trigger components and the action parts, and it's very easy. All of them come right out. You just use your tool and punch all the various pins out, and they come right out generally pretty easy. For the trigger, if you notice, the slot in the one side of the gun is actually slightly bigger than the other side. In the trigger, you just sort of push it forward and you just kind of wiggle it out. It's pretty simple. This part just punches right out, and there's a drum on it that holds the spring, but I'm not going to remove that drum. It just pushes out and it just holds the spring, so I'm just going to leave it there. And then also that pin is a little bit, it's tapered on the one side, it's a little bit longer. The next part to talk about would be the decocker safety. It has slots in the rail that are cut. You can see right here, and you just line up the little flats on there, and then it comes right out. And there's another part on it, this piece right here. You just line it up on the safety, and it comes right off of where it's cut out there. Will just slide right off. It's very simple to take that off. And then the hammer is very simple itself also. There's a drum inside of this part here, and you just tap that out. You use your tool. The tool is exactly the correct size as this little drum. So you push it inside like that, and when it gets to this point here, it'll drive it right out. And then you've got your mainspring, which I believe this is why it gives it a light trigger pull, because it's such a short mainspring. But it's under quite a bit of tension, but it doesn't seem to just fly right out on you. So once you get this out, then this part will come out, and this little part that retains this part will come out. It's very simple. Nothing was hard to remove or any trick to it. It only took a couple of minutes. So that's the basic components. So I'm going to go ahead and get it back together and see if there's any problems or tricks with it. The mainspring back into the hammer is a little bit difficult. Basically, the easiest way to do it is to push down like this on it, and then insert the pin through the side. It's about the easiest way to compress it, but it's not the most difficult job in the whole world. But there is a little it does take a little while, like all springs that need to be compressed are sort of like that. So the hammer component is back together right now. Your components all back together, and it's a little bit more difficult because I've never done it before, but you do need this tool. When you're putting the hammer in, it's a little bit difficult, and at the back of the hammer there's a little hole. There's a little hole right here where you can insert your tool and compress the mainspring that's in the hammer. And once you figure that out and you compress it, it goes together fairly easy. Everything goes together fairly simple. It's just it's just a little bit different. But once you do it once, it's pretty simple to get it back together. So that's just the final part to my QSZ series. And if I come up with anything else, I might make another video, but that seems to be about as detailed as I can go. All the components look good, and if you have any questions or if you have any troubles putting this group back together, I wouldn't be intimidated to take this apart. It actually goes together fairly simple. So you can just leave in the comments. So that's about it. So thank you for watching.